Well, I just think that Walmart does their customers wrong as far as it comes to the service department. They return items that you buy from them, but when it comes to them working on your vehicle and they do something wrong and you take it back, they do not stand behind their work. They should be liable for any kind of work that they do on any kind of vehicle, tire, whatever it is. And the consumer should be able to go into a Walmart, get their work done, and know that it's done right instead of having to go drive a week or 2 weeks and have that oil filter come out and it be destroyed. Walmart needs to hire people that know what they're doing instead of just throwing people out there, teaching them on the job. They need to be trained as far as school goes. And as far as I go, I will never go to Walmart ever again as far as shopping or. So I've used Walmart a lot. I mean, I've got receipts after receipts after receipt of getting my oils changed, tires done, rotated, and everything else. So October the 23rd, I went to Walmart here in Burleson and had my oil changed. I drove it back. I live in Burleson. I drive to downtown Fort Worth every day, Monday through Friday. So I drove it well over a week. And then I came out to my car to leave work Friday. I don't know exactly what date it was. Drove up, got in my car. It was missing, like it was idling wrong, bouncing off maybe 3 or 4 cylinders is what it felt like. So I drove it, and while I was driving, it had hardly any compression. Something was wrong with it. So I took it back up to Walmart, and I talked to, I guess his name is Ozzy, and I explained to him what was going on. He goes, I know exactly what it is. Grab my keys. He goes, we put your oil, whoever did it put the oil filter in there wrong. It wasn't placed in there all the way. So my engine was sucking air and oil was slinging all over my motor, which, I'm not a mechanic. I don't mess with cars. So it has a clatter now and it just doesn't run the same as it did. So I went back when I talked to them at Walmart, they fixed it as far as it not running so rough. I didn't hear a clatter at first. So I drove it to work the next day, got in my car, and I started noticing this little clatter to it. So I went back up to Walmart. And this time, instead of talking to Ozzy, the guy that's over the shop, I talked to a manager of the store. He came out and he decided that we need to make a claim. So while we were talking, I didn't really, notice what he was doing. He was wiping my cover of my motor off. And so we go back inside Walmart. My daughter was with me, and then we came back out, and he starts taking pictures. I go, why did you wash the top of my cover off and then take pictures? He goes, oh, you can still see the oil. So as, because I'm not a cussing person, I'm a Christian person. I try not to argue with people. He told me, he says, I'm so glad you're not yelling at me. I said, well, I'm not going to yell. And he says, well, if it was me, I would be pissed off. So he knew. So I made the claim. The lady called me a couple of days later. She told me to go get pictures of the undercarriage, the motor, have them, take it to a mechanic and have them check it out. So I did all that. Sent her every picture I had, the estimate for my car to be fixed because my mechanic, he is an ASC mechanic. He said that it needs a new motor because eventually it's just going to mess up totally because of it. So when I told her that, she called me after I sent the pictures and said that she didn't see enough oil on the car to prove that Walmart did it. They're the only ones that messed with my car. My car is a 2015 Dodge Charger. It has a good motor. I get my oil changed every 3,000 miles. It never uses oil, never has used oil. I've never had any kind of clatter, any kind of tick to it, and now I do. So, and as it stands now, they won't answer my phone calls. I call corporate. They transfer me to claims, so I call corporate back. They transfer me to claims. I went to a lawyer, talked to a lawyer. They want $3,000. I don't have $3,000. This is my only vehicle for me to get back and forth to work. Something goes wrong with it, I lose my job, I lose my house, I lose everything. So I'm at a standstill with Walmart. I'm pissed off because this is a huge corporation. Okay, I'm not asking for millions of dollars from them. All I want them to do is fix my car. And while my car is in the shop being fixed, I think they should rent me a rental car until my car is fixed. I sent them all that information. But lo and behold, they're not wanting to do nothing. So, and then when I talked to the lawyer, the lawyer I talked to, I'm out of $150 because I talked to him for 20 minutes. It cost me 150 bucks. He told me I had to get find out who the registered agent is for Walmart, and then I could go to small claims court and do my own little. Well, I could, but why should I have to? It's just not fair. She just told me that she did not see there wasn't enough oil to be sufficient enough for me to prove that Walmart messed my car up, that it caused that much damage. Because when I took it to my mechanic, he estimated a new motor for my car is like $7,000 and something dollars. Total cost to put it in and everything was like $9,700 something dollars. So then I called a new car, a Dodge House, and the motor, just for the motor itself, is $8,800 something dollars. So it's cheaper to go through my mechanic, which works on all the Dodge Charger police cars in Grandview, Texas. So he's a good mechanic. He's an upstanding mechanic. He's not trying to rip off anybody. He's just trying to fix my car. So nobody's touching my car. I'm driving it back and forth to work because I have to. The clatter is getting louder and louder on my car. So what he said, this is what my mechanic says. By it not being placed in the proper way, because I have a picture of my oil filter, and Walmart puts a blue line where they put it in. So there was a blue line, like, I don't know, probably about an inch away from the line there is now. So where they replaced it, so there's a line in the middle and there's a line on this side. And my mechanic says, you see how far off they was with your oil filter? And I said, oh my gosh. So me driving it like I had to drive it before they put the oil filter back in, it sucked air in, was starving my motor of oil. So underneath, there's oil all underneath. You can see the oil. I sent her every dang picture she wanted. But as far as Walmart wanting to do something, you might as well hang it up. I have a preacher at my church that had his oil changed there. They stripped his oil plug and it leaked oil all on the ground. He had to go and pay for it himself. They never did nothing. They would not fix it for him. So my thing is why even have a friggin' service center if you're not going to stand behind your work? It's just not fair. We are consumers. We're the reason why they got all this money. I'm not asking for millions of dollars. I'm just asking for my car to be fixed. My desire for Walmart is to fix my car, to fix what they broke. To fix what they broke. Bottom line. This has been a terrible ordeal for me. This is my life. I work in the medical field. I have to go back and I have to work. I have a grandson that lives here. I have to work. And every morning I drive to work, I'm freaking out. So as far as Walmart goes, no, I probably wouldn't go back to their service department. I might go back into their store. But as far as their service department, no, I would boycott it never again.